Welcome to ET 105 today. We will start by going through a review of Orthographic Lab Projections number 2. Today I have these drawings which are mostly complete from what you were assigned from the last assignment. Just wanted to give you a quick view, and I don't know if you could see, but one or two of these assignments, these drawings, is not complete. Can you tell which one out of these 6 is not complete? You can go ahead and pause and look at these things. Okay, so now hopefully you've had a chance to pause and look at these drawings and see which one might not be complete. If you have chosen this one here, you are correct. This drawing is not depicting the whole section or the whole part of the object being drawn. I'm going to pull up that drawing. Here's number 7 from Orthographic Drawings, lab number 2. This one shows the front end being having 2 sections here with width of 1 and a height of 2. This part here has a width of 2 and a height of 2. And then pay attention to this section here that looks like the letter U. Well, look at our right side perspective, our right side view, and as you can see, there might be some things missing here. Notice this projection right there. What it should have, what's missing here, is an offset, another line right there, a line that should make that U-shaped section, again going back to the drawing there, that U-shaped section. And then there should be some cleanup, and then there should be some cleanup there from this. And so I will go through a demonstration of this and how that needs to go. Basically offset unit of, let's see, 1, and then click here and go up 1, and then just need to clean up, use the trim command, right click of course, and go through and clean that up. So now you see that right side perspective, push escape here a couple times, looks like the view that you see right there as well. And so that is the drawing there from number 2. So I'm going to zoom back out. Hopefully you've had some time to work on this and get a little experience. Please pay attention, if you will, to the process. It's the process here of doing these drawings, making sure that you're following these steps of drawing your X and your Y lines, labeling your front right top sections where these depictions or the projections will go, using your offset button to draw these lines, and then leave some same space, the space between your front and top and your front and right. And then last but very important is make your trim command erase out anything needed there that needs to be taken out. Now also, if you notice, these drawings have the imaginary corner lines drawn out. Sometimes these lines start from midair, the area where they start from, lining up with this line and that line, and other times they go to the corner of the drawing. So that's just a quick review on there. Now what I'm going to do is come here, just go through another demonstration of circles, which is our new set of commands for today. Circles here are on the top left of your screen in the home ribbon, or home tab and ribbon. Now if you see this circle area, gives you a demonstration of what it does, how it works. Most of the time you're dealing with either a radius, a diameter, or a certain point where you want to draw a circle. So I'll give you the basics on that. If you want a circle, click in that pull down menu. You have different types: center radius, center diameter, and so on and so forth. Quick demonstration: if you click on center radius and you pick a point, I'm going to pick a point here and left click it, and then I'm going to type in the radius that I want. I'm going to put a radius of 2. That means a diameter of 4. That's one. I'm going to draw another circle. This time I'm going to do a radius. Instead of typing in a number, I'm going to just set it as that. That's another radius there. Now the third circle I'm going to draw is from this second button here, center diameter. Click on that and you can do the center, and again, if I do a diameter of 2, notice how it's a lot smaller. This one is a lot smaller, excuse me, This one is a lot smaller than that one because it's got a lot smaller radius. So other things that you could do with circles, if you want to draw a center radius circle, you could draw it through the center of this circle here, and you click on that and it draws it. It helps you find the center. Another thing about circles that you can draw is you can draw a 2-point circle. You just click 2 points that you want the circle to touch. So if I want, I can draw a circle here. I want it to touch here, and I also want it to touch, let's just say I want it to touch the middle of that other circle there. So it's now touching that 1 point that I clicked. It overlaps here, and then it goes through the second circle that I was drawing. So that's a 2-point. 3-point, same concept. I can make it touch here, try and get it to touch here, and let's go a 3rd point. I want it to touch here. So it touches those 3 specific points that I chose. Then you can get into a little more complex circles. Let's say if I had draw some lines, and if you click on the tan radius, what that does is it allows you to draw a circle that will be tangent to a point that you pick. Let's say if I pick this point here, and I want it to be tangent to this point here, and then it suggests a radius of 23.991, so I'm going to do that. You see what it does? It collects. It's tangent to the points that I picked. I must have not picked that, touched that very well. So try another one. I'll do a tangent, tangent, tangent. So if I want my circle to be tangent to this point, and possibly this point, it gives me a circle that is inside of this triangle. So it takes a little bit of playing with that command. Now with this next lab, I will go through the basketball court assignment, the basketball court lab. This lab, again, we will use the offset, the trim, the erase, and the circles commands that we've learned so far. So this is the assignment. You can download it from the website. It's called the Basketball Court Lab. Let me enlarge it just a little bit so you can see closer what we are looking at. So the purpose of this lab is to draw a basketball court, as you can see down here at the bottom. It can either be this way, as you can see the rim is close to the base or the bottom, or you can draw it where the rim is off to the right. Now in today's example, I will give it to you as if you were drawing the rim down below here. So this is a standard basketball court, the basic lines. If you wanted to, you could look this up. I'll give you a reference here at basketball court dimensions. So what we have on the assignment is a simple, go back to the assignment here, a simple version of a basketball court. This is what I would like you to draw, something like this, just single lines. But going into a basketball court dimensions, I would refer you to the Wikipedia page under basketball court. So Wikipedia has a great description of it. If you scroll down from the top, you'll get a few, or actually a couple of different courts. This one in particular is a nice one. I'm going to pull it up, and what it is it's the dimensions. I'm zooming in, clicking on this, the key to zoom in. It gives you the dimensions of the court, but it does it by different type of sport. For instance, the NBA is everything in blue, and anything black would be NBA as well as the others. So you have blue here. This is the 3-point line from the NBA, but because the sidelines are the same for all different, whether it's NBA, NCAA, or NCAA women's, it's all black here. And then if you go down to the key, what's known as the key, the free throw area, the blue or black is the NBA section. So what I'm looking for, again, is something that will look like this, but follow the dimensions given for the NBA size court. So let's look at the, first of all, let's look at the width and the length. And again, the assignment says, let's go back here, look up the court. That's what I've just shown you. And shrink this down a little bit. Draw a half court with the same lines as shown. put it as 1 CAD unit per meter. So we're doing everything in meters on this assignment. Notice here the width listed in yellow is 50 feet, but also 15.24 meters. 15.24 meters. That's the width. And then the length, you can see this yellow line goes all the way up to the half court line, which is, again, we're following the blue line there. It's either 47 feet or 14.33 meters. Now in this assignment, we want you to draw everything in terms of meters. So that's the system that you're using. So let's start out here. Again, I've read 15.24 and 14.33. Start out with an AutoCAD drawing. I'll scoot this way. Let's start with the whole thing is only going to be about, let's say 40 or 50 feet, or excuse me, I'm saying feet, meters. So let's just make it at about 60 here, and again about 60 here. Now, if this is my X and my Y lines that I'm setting up, I'll start by doing that. Remember I said that the the width of the court was 15.24, 15.24, and that's listed from that map there. So if I go this way, 15.24, and then for the length, at least to half court, is keeping it on the offset command. It is 14.33. And so what I've done, I'm pushing escape now. I've started out with the width and the length of the court as shown in this drawing here, width of 15.24 and 14.33 for the length. Now also notice, I'm going to show the other diagram here that's excuse me, on the assignment. This basketball court, if you were to take a line and draw it right down the center here, right down the center, you would notice that one side, let's say the right side, is a mirror image of the left side. So everything is a mirror image of the other, and it's divided by the center. And so some hints that I would give you in drawing this assignment is take this half court and take 15.24. I'm pulling out my calculator, and then here's a website calculator, and take that number, which is 15.24, and then divide it by 2. So I can basically draw a halfway mark for the mid of the court. So 7.62 is my number. So we'll go back to the AutoCAD section and offset 7.62 as a number, and then offset. You can either do left to right or right to left, either way. So this line here, and I'm escaping out of the offset command, that line here represents the exact center of the court. If I were to look at the assignment, that would be the line that you could use to split down these sections here. Really what I'm meaning is the line represents the midpoint of these circles as it goes along. Now, one of the hints that I give you in this assignment is to start out drawing the rim. So let me quickly run through the rest of the instructions. It says to do the backboard and rim according to specifications. The rim itself is 46 centimeters, or if you're doing it in meters, which we are, 0.46 meters in diameter. The free throw line and the key and the jump ball circle, those are all of these sections here in this area here. The goaltending semicircle, which goes right around the rim area there. 3-point line that is curved and then it goes straight. And then of course the boundary lines of the court. So these are the instructions of what you need to draw. If you go to that Wikipedia page, you can download this, or you can view it as you go. Sometimes it helps for students to draw a sketch of the dimensions and then go from there. But for right now, we have again, we have this half court section. We've split it in half, and now it's time to start with the rim, which is what I recommend first. Now for the rim, you want to look at how it's listed here. Notice it says 5'3" or 1.60 meters. And then it goes to this point. Now assume that this is the halfway mark of that 3-point line, excuse me, 3-point goaltending circle. Call it a semicircle. And then you have the rim, but assume that line could be split, and it goes right down the middle of those things. So 1.6 meters is where we're going to draw the rim. So let's go back to here, offset 1.6 meters up there. So that rim will be right there. And if you remember, the assignment says that the rim is 0.46 meters. So let's go to the circle command, do a center diameter. That's what it calls for, is center diameter. And then start with the center point. We'll go right there. And 0.46. So it gives me a circle that has a diameter of 0.46 meters for the rim. So that's where the rim sits. Again, these reference lines here, those are just there to help us locate where certain items on the court are. And then at the end, we clean that up. We erase them all. So erase that out. Let's go back to the map drawing. Now also notice that the rim is there, but the backboard, this is the black line, that's listed as 1.22 meters. 1.22 meters. Let's go back to AutoCAD, offset 1.22 meters. Go up there. So that rim lies right about there. Okay, back to the map. Go back to the drawing. You notice that the free throw line is 5.79 meters. So I'm going to do a reference line that gets me at 5.79, 79 meters, and then I offset up. So that's the free throw line. Also, you notice that the drawing, the circle for that, what they call the top of the key or the key, is has a diameter of 3.66 meters. So I have this crisscrossing section right there, which tells me where that circle should be, and then it was 3.66 meters diameter. Excuse me, let's go diameter, do the center, and 3.66 meters as a diameter, and that gives me the free throw line key. Now, as you go through this drawing, other things you'll want to keep in mind is, let's go look at it again. You can start carving out or drawing out sections. For instance, this circle here, this top of the key, you can just draw a line that connects that straight down, and remember, as the assignment shows, where's the assignment here? The assignment shows you only need that simple line going down. You don't need all of the extra dashes and dots listed on the map here. These other dashes there. So from here, you can just take that drawing and draw a line. Make sure your ortho is on. That one's on already. So connect there and bring it down. Connect it to the base there. Going to escape. Type letter L for line, and draw the the free throw area. So it's all kind of coming together. Let's go to a couple more circles, 2 or 3 more circles, and then I'll set you free on this. Notice that the free throw, or the 3-point line, you can shoot behind there and make 3 points. That is 7.24 meters, but it's based off of a center point that's right in the middle of the rim. So 7.24 meters. Back to here. You can say I want to draw remember that was a radius because it's just half the distance from the center to the outward part. 7.24 meters. Let's go to right in the middle there. Start that there. And 7.24 meters. That is your 3-point line. But notice here also on the drawing, it's curved, it's an arc, and then it goes straight. And how do you decide where that straight line is? Well, look around here and you see, oh, this yellow marker shows that from the center of the rim to that line is 6.71 meters. 6.71 meters. So going to this drawing, now you don't have to, it's a straight line, so you can offset 6.71 meters. Then I would go this way, one side, go to the other there. So you have the straight section, then it starts to curve the same way that goes straight here, straight there, the blue, and then it starts to curve. Okay, two more circles I want to show, and then I'll let you go free. And of course, you have to clean up all the non-used lines just to clean out the reference lines. But notice this this inner circle and then the outer circle. This is the jump ball area, also known as the center circle. And that one is 61 centimeters as a radius, or a diameter of, excuse me, a radius of 1.83. So 61, of course, is 0.61. So it would be 0.61. I'm writing this down so I have a good reference. Then the other one would be 1.83. So 0.61, 1.83. Let's go back to the drawing. We have our reference lines cut up, and we'll start up. Remember, these are radius dimensions. So we'll go to the middle and type in 0.61 and do another circle, center and radius, and we'll call this one 1.83, and that draws our half court circle. Now keep in mind, the assignment only asks that you draw half a court. So if you take things up to this step, then you can start to clean up and go off your measurements there. And that is our assignment for the first basketball court. Good luck.